Hello, Internet. This is Nova88 Viner here, and welcome to this week's episode of Arsenal Weekly. Let's get started. Today, Arsenal played their second match in their preseason tour of Asia against the Vietnamese national team with a comfortable 7-1 victory. The Gunners took the lead early with Giroud's finish in the 5th minute, and it sort of took their foot off the pedal until the end of the first half, which Giroud completely just turned it on and completed with a hat trick. He has scored 5 goals in less than 90 minutes in the past 2 games, so Giroud is definitely firing on all cylinders right now and is looking to prove that he is worthy to play in that first team. In the first half, Arsene Wenger played most of the first choice team, which we actually saw Oxlade-Chamberlain playing in the midfield role rather than his position on the wing. Personally, I think he did a great job. Making some good passes, doing some, making nice runs with the ball. The Gaffer's definitely looking to see if he can play him in a different spot. The Ox is definitely versatile, so I think he's looking to try and get Ox some playing time in some other positions. I know he did that a little bit last year, just so he can kind of, help with the squad rotation due to all the, Champions League games, FA Cup games, and things like that. So kind of give him some other options rather than just playing on the wing. But despite the scoreline, the Vietnamese national team were definitely giving the Gunners a good run for their money. They were definitely creating a lot of chances, a lot of half opportunities, and were definitely testing the Arsenal defense, which was kind of a makeshift defense because we saw Sanya playing in the middle, which also that could be another potential, situation in the case of injuries, and especially with us loaning out Giroud and selling Scalacci as well, even though he realistically would never get playing time anyway. But secondly, in the second half, we had more goals coming in from the Ox, Akpom, and Mikel. They scored 4 goals in the second half, which proved to be a great boost for those young players. They definitely came out in that second half and just, definitely revved up the engine. But again, one of the youngsters that definitely stood out for me was Zalalem, the German international. He has just been playing outstanding the last 2 games. He was very comfortable with the ball, being able to weave in and out through players. He's kind of making a mockery of some of those guys. But then he also played some amazing through balls, one of which Akpom actually finished and was one of his second, or I believe his second goal. So he played a very great game. And like I said in the previous episode, Zalalem is definitely someone that you should take notice of and remember that kid's name. But on to transfers. It's been rumored that Gervinho is looking to make a move to Serie A with Roma. The Ivorian striker really hasn't lived up to the expectations since moving from Lille, so it'll be interesting to see if he makes that move to Serie A. I think if he were to go ahead and move, that'd be the second wing player that we'd be losing this year, with the likes of Arshavin and Gervinho. So that would give more opportunities for the Ox to come in and take that spot, because we got Podolski, Walcott that start. So they're going to get injuries. So we're starting to weed out some of the players that we don't really necessarily need and aren't really performing on a regular basis. The second thing, we have Wayne Rooney. Chelsea has actually made a bid for Wayne Rooney. There had been some rumors too that Chelsea were going to offer either Juan Mata or David Luiz for Wayne Rooney as well, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, because Juan Mata is one of the best attacking midfielders in the Premier League. So I don't understand why they would want to do that, but Chelsea have come out and said that they denied any kind of player switching. But Mourinho has come out and said that he is interested in Rooney, and he is really his only target that he wants to sign this summer. So it'll be interesting to see if Arsenal want to continue to pursue after Rooney. I honestly don't think that they are. I think they've kind of either they haven't really pursued that and the media's kind of just played it up, or they had intentions of maybe signing him, but then things kind of fell through. So that's another interesting story. But then also we have the Luis Suarez deal. It's been rumored for about the past week that we have made an offer of £35 million which was rejected. But it looks like we're going to make an improved offer for 40 million, which I would have to think that if Liverpool were being offered 40 million pounds for a striker who is not only suspended for the first couple games of the season, but also is just a troublemaker, I think they would be really willing to get rid of them or get rid of him. But I could see where they might not want to, because he is realistically their only world-class player at the club, other than maybe Steven Gerrard. But I mean, he's still kind of old and not really the world-class player that he used to be. And then finally, Joel Campbell, the signing that we had in, I believe, 2010, the Costa Rican player, he has been granted a work permit, and that is great news. I personally have been watching him in the past 2 years. He's been playing pretty decent, so it'll be interesting to see if he can come back into England and make his mark in the first team. I realistically don't think so, just because he still hasn't been immersed in the English game and the English culture. So I think that he might be loaned out for that first season and get some playing time at another club. And then when he comes back from that loan deal, then we can see where he fits into the squad. I honestly think that that was a signing that Arsene Wenger had some good intentions on wanting to seal him up and wanting to get a good young player for really cheap. But I don't know if it's realistically going to pan out to the way he wanted to. But who knows? We'll see. But that is it for this week's episode of Arsenal Weekly. The next game is next week, so stay tuned for another episode. If you have any questions or comments, please leave a suggestion or comment in the section below. I am open to discussing any kind of topics or related questions. So hit me up. I'm Nova88 Viner, and please subscribe to my channel and please like. Take it easy. Bye.
Right in the corner there, but that will be a throw. Well, the defender, good ball. Shots on here. And we're looking at the referee, and there goes the final whistle. And the match is finished here, 2-1.